Hello, everyone. Happy International Women's Day and welcome to Adobe Live. We are celebrating women all week. It's going to be fun. How's everyone doing today? Where are you tuning in from? I already see we have Eric Sue in the chat. We've got Cody Bear. We have Camille. We have Bev, Lauren, Pilar. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see Voodoo Val hanging around. I don't know if she's still here, but if you are, say hi, the Dark Sith Lord. If you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. I'm your host, Shauna Lynn, and I'm here today with Bee Grandinetti. Did I say that right?
It's anything goes. It's all good.
Okay. And she's a talented Brazilian illustrator currently residing in Stockholm. How are you today?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very honored to be here. And very honored people are giving us the time to be here and draw together as well. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, we're very excited to have you here. Before we jump in, starting today for International Women's Day, you're not going to want to miss our lineup of fiercely talented women creatives. So let's pull up the schedule. If you're here from Voodoo Val's Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge, thank you for sticking around. You're currently in drawing and painting. After that, we will have the Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge, mobile app design, and then finishing the day with the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. And if you're watching today and you're not able to stay for the full 2 hours, or you aren't able to come back tomorrow, we will be replaying Bee's stream on Wednesday and Thursday from 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific. It's billed as a creative encore, and it's a good opportunity to watch a replay alongside other viewers in a moderated live chat. So I'm going to turn it over to Bee now. Bee, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're going to work on today?
Yeah, I mean, I guess part of it we're going to figure out together what we're going to be working on. But so I'm Bee Grandinetti. I wish Bee was my real name. My real name is Deborah, but everyone just calls me Bee. I am born and raised in Brazil, but I currently live in Stockholm. So I kind of like did a shift of opposites there, at least on the weather. And I worked as an animation director, designer, animator, illustrator, kind of everything in between. And yeah, I mean, the fun thing that you guys are going to realize is that I kind of have a hard time sometimes considering myself an illustrator, because I have a lot of really talented, proper illustrator friends. Mm-hmm. And then I guess my process is not like super beautiful. Like sometimes, when you see those people with beautiful sketchbooks and you're like, oh, I wish I had this every
I don't
page.
Trust those people.
You don't trust them. I want to be them, but yeah, that's not my sketchbook. It's like my sketchbook has maybe like some very ugly stick figures, and then a full page of notes, and then maybe one nice sketch here and there, but it's very messy, very all over the place. And it's actually to be honest, I'm very I'm feeling very vulnerable by drawing in front of people today, because this is something I definitely don't like, drawing in front of people. I think whenever I'm drawing, I'm mostly by myself on the couch, and I just put some music to it. So this is today stretching my comfort zone, but I hope we're going to have some fun
You're
with it.
You're going to be wonderful. You're going to be fantastic. Everyone loves to watch people draw, and I know it can be very intimidating, but once you get in the groove, you're going to be just fine.
Let's hope for that. So my plan today, I wanted to draw something to celebrate Women's Day. And then I had a couple of ideas. I just wanted to draw a big collective of women and women with different body shapes and women with different backgrounds, and just bring that diversity on, because I think like us as character designers, we have a lot of responsibility on every decision that we take, you know, when we're designing characters. And, you know, we can talk more about that, but I just wanted to draw like this big cast of amazing women and stuff. But then I was doing like some warm-up sketches and I figured out, okay, this, if I do this many people, because the more characters that you add up, you know, the more complicated it becomes as well. So I think I set myself actually on drawing a little family of women. I think I want to draw a trans woman and a cis woman, and we're gonna do like a little family, maybe one of them holding a baby. I think I want to pay a little bit of homage to trans women and also to mothers. I mean, I've been having so many friends like kind of becoming mothers now, and I see how much they struggle, how much work it is. So I want to pay a little homage to them.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful. I have a few friends who in the last year have become mothers, and they were made for it.
Yeah.
Like, they're the type of people that like, they were made to be moms.
Wow. Yeah. I envy that. I guess, yeah, a lot of people, they sort of like figure out in the middle.
We have a couple people in chat giving fun things. We've got Clever saying hello, it's nice to see Cody in chat, and Shauna as host. Hello, Clever, it's good to see you. Viola says everyone calls me Bee as well. And Clever says Stockholm is a lovely place. I hope to return again as soon as possible.
Stockholm is a lovely place. I recently actually. Oh, you should. It's beautiful. It's almost too perfect. It's very everything is perfect and clean, and you know.
Yeah.
So...
Claudette says that they love your vulnerability.
Oh, thank you, Claudette. That's very kind of you. I hope I don't disappoint you guys today. So I'm thinking I want to draw them like having like a pretty badass like sort of attitude. Like I still want them to, you know, feel loving towards each other. This is supposed to be a little family after all. But yeah, I think I want to have them more like sort of a badass kind of attitude. So you see that like when I'm drawing, I'm not one of those people that has a super classic training that they do like characters sort of like they draw, you know, like a beautiful structure for everything, and it's like spheres and you know, joints, and I don't do that stuff. I feel like I'm not one of those people that immediately draws something gorgeous straight out of the pencil. I kind of do like this super rough ugly lines, and then it's almost like a sculptor kind of mindset that you sort of like, you have this clay, like this super rough thing to begin with, and you sort of like go almost like drawing with an eraser instead, you know, like kind of like finding the line. Like I need to try to find a shape first, and then I just go like finding it with the eraser afterwards. So it's going to be a lot of that.
It's exactly how I draw, actually.
Yeah
I do. I'll have to show you after the stream. I have a really very rough sketch up on my Photoshop right now, and it's literally just like all these lines, and I start in a very light color, and then I get darker and darker and darker as I refine. But I definitely do a lot of sketching first in very rough lines, and then I erase it out and sculpt essentially.
That makes me so happy I'm not the only one.
Yeah, not at all. And Cody Bear says, I love sculpting while I sketch. It's so helpful.
Is that a thing? Like sculpting as a sketch? Like is that an actual thing?
I think so. Like I took figure drawing in college, and they discouraged us from doing like the short sketchy lines. They wanted us to get comfortable doing like very long single lines. But that's something that's always been really hard. And I definitely, like, I'm in the camp where I prefer doing the really short sketchy lines because I feel like it gives me more control.
Yeah. I mean, who can be confident all the time, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
especially,
Chelsea says, oh, go ahead. I'm
No,
sorry,
no.
go ahead. I would say Chelsea says that they create that way as well. And so glad to hear that I'm not the only one who thrives in chaos.
Yeah.
And
bring more chaos.
Megan says sculpting, quote unquote, is such a helpful way to think about drawing.
Oh, I'm glad to see more sculpting, drawing people there. But I think like, I don't know, especially like it's been so hard for me lately, like to be feeling creative confidence. Like I had the other day, like this friend also posted on Instagram like a little poll, like how's your creative confidence going? And I immediately like bad. And then like most of the people, you know, just also pointing like bad. I think it's been a tough year for everyone. So
it very much has.
Yeah.
Camilla would like to know what brush you're using.
Oh, I'm using one of those Kyle, wonderful Kyle ones that come with Photoshop actually. Kyle drawing box.
Nice. Oh, Happy HB. It's a good one.
Yeah.
So fun fact, did you know? I learned this while I was streaming one day I was on Adobe streaming. The little tilde key on your keyboard. The little squiggle line that you put like over an N.
Okay. How do you call that in English? I never knew.
Tilde. And I know that it makes an enye. That's all I know. But if you hold that key down while using your brush, you can turn your brush into an eraser without flipping back and forth between eraser and brush.
No, wait. Where is it?
Top left. It's the top left corner of my keyboard.
Oh, it's not working for me.
No.
At least I have my shortcuts set, so we're good. But okay,
Sean says on American keyboards. Maybe it doesn't work on. If you have, do you have a European keyboard? Is that a thing?
Now that you're mentioning, I have no clue what keyboard. I thought it was an American keyboard, but now that you're,
I don't know. I wonder if it's something that has I wonder if it has to be programmed into Photoshop. Hang on, I'm gonna peek at my settings here.
You go, girl. So I'm trying, like, I'm thinking I'm gonna draw, you know, the couple. So it's gonna be two women, and I want to be like more, maybe our trans lady. She's gonna be more like skinny and broader shoulders, and then our cis woman is gonna be more like chunkier and more curvy and stuff. And I always, you know, I try to be very mindful of like trying to get a diverse cast as much as possible in every project that I work on. And, you know, if the brief comes from the client as well, and, you know, sometimes they're aiming for the obvious, you know, the stereotypical sort of thing, like, oh yeah, and we're supposed to portray a boss, and can it be a white dude on with a suit and stuff. I'm always trying to challenge those things with, you know, with the client, like, you know, always, you know, I'm not gonna say like, dude, this is outdated, you know, like, can we can we do other things? But, you know, you try to frame it nicely, and like, can we have a more modern, I guess, like approach to this, and always try to stick in a Black woman as a boss whenever possible, and that sort of stuff.
I was doing work for a client last year, and it was going to be like a daily thing. Eventually we parted ways, but he really wanted me to do, like, I was lettering quotes every day, and he gave me this list, and like 99% of the list was just male quotes by men, or like old philosophers. And I was like, I was like, the only one I agree with on here is like Mr. Rogers. I was like, it's like, we need women on here. Like,
yeah.
I ended up forcing him to do a few of the women ones, because I was like, listen, if we're going to make this a mutually happy thing here, I'm not going to be happy just doing quotes by only men, especially these like long paragraph ones that you seem to think are easy for me to letter.
Yep. Oh, and like, I feel that, you know, sometimes if you come with, you know, a nice approach, and you're being polite, and you're bringing, you know, your arguments in a nice way, like, I find that people are very open to rethink their briefs, and like, oh, of course, you know, I didn't think of that as a solution, or, you know.
Yeah.
I think it all depends on your approach, and not, not coming off as aggressive and coming off with like, you're stupid. No one likes to be to think of themselves as stupid. And so,
and sometimes you have to navigate how you suggest it so they make it feels like it's their idea.
Yeah. Yep. There is a big chunk of that as well, for sure. I just remembered a piece of advice that I got from a friend once on Instagram. His name is Juan Pontaroli. He's like an amazing animator, much better than I am. And then once I was talking to him on Instagram, like one of those people that you only know, through Instagram. And I was like, dude, why are you so good? Teach me teach me your ways and stuff. And then he gave me like this piece of advice that sounds like super stupid. I mean, not stupid, he's amazing, but like it sounds like very basic, but yeah. I think there's some power lying on like listening to it from someone that is much more experienced than you are. And he said like, don't be scared of using the eraser.
Yeah.
And it sounds like very basic, but like that really changed my way of perceiving things, that like I don't have to draw like a perfect line the first time I do it. And the eraser is there for this. I can use it as many times as I want. And erase everything. Start from zero again.
It's honestly, that's such a good thing for people here too, because you in this age of social media, you only see the perfect thing that someone puts out. You really don't tend to see the back end of stuff. You don't really see the sketches, the messy stages. And so people being able to see a process like this is super helpful, because it shows that it doesn't come straight out of your hand looking like the final.
Yeah, no, it's never going to look like that. And I mean, to be fair, I did a couple of sort of warm up little sketches as well. So because I was scared that, okay, if I just do it like straight out of the blue, I might take forever. This is not going to happen within 2 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 2 extra hours tomorrow, but
exactly.
So maybe it would have taken me a bit longer if I didn't do the warm up sketches.
The warm up though, I think is really important, because like your hand is a tool, and you wouldn't go run, a 10K marathon without warming up your muscles. So warming up your hands is just as important.
Yeah.
We have we have Cody Bear, who says, I love the stylization of the head and the neck shape.
Yeah, I don't know. We can check, like, when it comes to a certain stage, we can check a couple of different options. I think I've been getting in this groove of super long necks, and I thought this kind of like dinosaur sort of heads could be interesting, but we'll see how it goes.
It's different.
Yeah. We could try a couple of different things and see how it goes.
Here we go. Chelsea has a really good question for you.
Oh.
She says, I have a question. What would you do if you created a piece of work that is somewhat controversial? Would you post it in social media or leave it off, knowing that it could impact job potentiality?
I mean, if it is controversial, but it's the stuff that you heavily, you believe in, then you should be able to stand by it. You should, maybe have the arguments, right? And I mean, at this point, I would definitely post it. And also but I also want to be aware of my privilege, that like, I'm in a point that I can do this kind of stuff without feeling scared that I'm going to lose clients because of my opinions or something like this. And I, whenever I'm also throwing maybe a piece of criticism, or I try to be respectful and all of that, but I would do it, because like by the end of the day, what you have is, is your values and what you stand for. So, and that's what makes you, like your personality. And I think the stronger the work, I often find that work that is really strong is also because it's really translating the personality of that person very well. I find that like whenever I see a work that has a very high, emotional impact is because I can really almost see like the person through the work, you know. And I think that if anything, like it's something that, you know, should be encouraged. Like, but you know what, I was just watching have you watched this woman talking on TED? Her name is Brene Brown, I think, and she talked a lot about
She's
like
very popular in the States.
I love her. She's so good. I actually didn't finish watching her thing on Netflix that she just released. I started watching, but like I just love her and how she talks about vulnerability being like a superpower, and she said something like the power of the people actually being vulnerable and putting themselves out there and being the arena, you know, like being the ones like fighting and sweating and putting their blood out there and stuff, and how, you know, we should value criticism, but the right criticism, the criticism of people who are also exposing themselves, because it's really, you know, it's really easy to just be on the cheap seats and and just throw your hate on people, whereas at the same time you're doing nothing to put, you know, your opinion out there, to change the world and make it like a slightly nicer place to be in. You're just there criticizing. So, you know, also measuring the opinions that you take in. So I recommend watching her TED Talk. I haven't finished watching her Netflix thingy, but so far it's amazing.
Yeah. I worked a conference before, you know, pre-pandemic, where she was one of the keynote speakers. And yeah, unfortunately, I was working. I was doing live drawing for an event, so like I couldn't step away to go watch it. But I heard it was fantastic, and I definitely need to add her Netflix special to my list.
Yeah, she's amazing. I mean, speaking of recommendations, I think like one of the reasons as well that I wanted to draw a trans woman is because I don't think I ever drew like a trans woman, like a character that was like, okay, this is supposed to be understood, you know, as a trans woman, like with no doubt, you know. And I recently I watched, have you watched Euphoria? The series?
I've not watched Euphoria.
Oh my God, it's so good. You have to watch it.
Is it on Netflix?
No, I think it's HBO.
HBO, okay.
I don't know, do we have any Euphoria fans on the on the chat? It's amazing. It's super good. And then one of the characters is this most gorgeous trans woman. And it was just like so lovely to see like a trans character also like being such a positive, amazing character. And the way she's just so inspiring throughout the whole show. And I'm like, we need more of this, you know, like we need more role models and like just people being able to see those characters, just like plain visibility, you know. And then that was one of the reasons why I wanted to.
That's the thing too, it's important to say too, if you do work for a client that you don't agree with, but you did it because you need money, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but you also are not obligated to ever post any of that stuff that you make.
Yeah, we all been there multiple times.
I mean, I've turned down work before because I didn't agree with, you know, I didn't align with it. And, you know,
go for it. Sorry.
I was just say, if I needed money at the time, I did, you know, heavily evaluate it. And at the time I was okay. So I felt okay turning it down, but it's, you know, you're never obligated to show everything that you do for clients.
No, and you show the stuff that you agree with, and hopefully the stuff that you want to be doing more of as well.
Yeah. We have
go for it.
Laura says Bee is the best.
Oh, thank you. Who said that?
Loris.
Okay. This is a friend. This doesn't count. Hey, Loris. Ciao. Yeah, he's a really good friend. Oh, beautiful, talented friend, Loris.
And then we have William asks, did you always draw in this simplified style, or did it evolve from something more realistic?
Sorry, what's the question? If I always draw?
Did you always draw in the style you are currently drawing in, like the more simplified style, or did that evolve from more realistic work?
Do I have a style? I don't know. I feel like it's changing all the time. Like it's also if you check my portfolio, it's like it's a whole big salad of things, and sometimes they look more like stick figures. Lately, I've been getting more mature. I don't know what's happening, but not this. This one is a bit of a graphic, more graphic sort of thing. But I went from like very cute, super graphic things, and now like these days I feel like my characters are getting a bit more mature. Maybe it's also like the briefs that I've been taking in. I guess like that's interesting as well, like how the commercial work that you're getting in ends up affecting what you're drawing, because you're getting the the mindset of drawing in a specific way, and then it's hard to flush it off afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, so sorry, replying to his question. I guess I've never been into like realistic stuff. I think photography maybe is there for that. No, I mean, I very much praise people that can do super, realistic renders and all of that. But that's not for me. Mm-hmm. I took a couple of like drawing lessons when I was a teenager. And, of course, I've done my share of like drawing 1,000 hands and drawing like realistic stuff and lights and shadows and 3-point perspectives and blah, blah, blah. But I think that doesn't really, float my boat as much. I like simplicity. I think that's the main thing.
I definitely I can admire people that can do that photorealism drawing, because they can think in a way that I know I can't.
Absolutely.
And, but it's interesting how it's the gamut of illustration style is so vast and wide. It's insane.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It really is.
I mean, so you guys are going to notice that my top menaces are hands. I absolutely hate hands. Who else hates hands? Can also.
So it's like 99% of the illustration community.
Isn't that the worst? It's like they're so full of fingers. It's
that's why you draw people draw them like little mittens and things.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of. Sometimes I have faces that are like, fuck hands. I'm not. I just do like like living boxes.
I'll draw like little I'll draw like just the little fingers poking around the corner of something, or like I try to hide the hands if I can help it.
Yeah, but I think I had a couple of projects like last year that I didn't have an option. I really had to draw like good hands, and it was really painful. But then you learn, and you eventually get better. And you learn a few tricks like, okay, you don't have to show all the fingers all the time. And so hopefully getting better, but as you guys can see, still suck. So slowly getting there. Okay, let's take a look at faces a little bit now. I've just been
in Steamboat. Oh, David says in Steamboat Willie, Walt Disney drew Mickey's hands as little balls, so he just had like little knuckle hands.
Yeah, all up for mitten hands.
There's everyone in the chat, raise your hand if you hate drawing hands.
Raise a hand if you hate hands. They are the worst. The other day a friend told me like that he hates feet, like drawing feet. And I'm like, but at least feet you can cover with shoes, like what are you gonna do about the hands?
Right. Someone in chat, they said they hate drawing toes.
Aha, look at that. Yeah. Oh, this hand is really weird. I'm gonna have to figure it out later. So like sometimes when I draw, I don't know if you have the same, or if you all guys have the same. I'm sort of like it's like when you're doing like a test at school. Sometimes you have a really tricky question, and you're like, I have no clue how to answer this. I'm going to go to the other questions, and then I might come back to this later when I'm more inspired, or maybe I remember the answer to this question. So I think I do this a bit when I'm drawing. I'm like, this looks so bad. Okay, I'm going to go to other parts of the drawing now and come back to this later.
Yeah. With
which
the
is
test,
this
though,
hand.
you have to make sure you remember to go back to that that question before you turn it back into your teacher. David says also cover hands with shoes.
Oh. Hell yeah, that should be a new artistic movement. Cover hands with shoes. We can try a version of these ladies like this. Okay, yeah. Let's give it a go for eyes. I think
Cody says banana fingers for life.
Banana fingers for life. Hell yeah. I think I want to make them
and where was the question? Chat is like going crazy today, so I'm like trying to make sure I catch everything.
Sorry, and I'm talking in your ear as well, so sorry.
I'll you're fine. No worries. You're the star of the show here. Where was it? Someone asked. Marcita says, which brushes do you use in Photoshop? So right now I know you're using Kyle's Happy HB. Do you use any others?
All of Kyle's. He's so great. You know what? It varies a lot on my mood. Or like sometimes, because Kyle has so many great brushes. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try this one. And then I just I like the charcoals a lot. I mean, I like all the stuff that has, you know, good creamy texture.
Yeah.
But actually, like when I'm sketching, because I'm just sketching now, so then I don't mind too much what brush I'm using when I'm sketching. But we're gonna finish this one in Illustrator, I think, tomorrow.
Okay.
Just so we can jump between different programs and yeah. But I usually just go with Kyle's amazing brushes. Like, you know, I think you can download different packs on the Adobe website. So I downloaded a couple of them and I just go with whatever is the need, how I want things to look. But I don't have any, to be honest, like I don't have any special tricks, plugins or stuff like that. I'm a very basic girl.
Nothing wrong with that. And if anyone's wondering where to find Kyle's brushes, if you have your brush selected, go to the brush drop down at the top, you'll see a little gear icon. You hit the gear icon, scroll down to get more brushes.
Boom.
And click that, it'll take you to Kyle's page on Adobe and you can download all of his brushes for free to your heart's content.
Adobe hired Kyle, right?
They did.
Yeah, that was a great move.
Yeah, he'd been doing his own brushes for years, and his brushes are actually like what really opened my brain to digital illustration, because prior to that, like I couldn't make heads or tails of it without doing it analog first. Mm-hmm. And they then hired him, and essentially they acquired his entire library of brushes, and so now I think every season he's adding another like little special set. But he's had some really cool opportunities to play with those and then help develop them for Adobe Fresco on the iPad as well.
Oh, what a gift to the community. Thank you, Adobe, for hiring him. It's great.
Let's see. Yale says, do you have any idea why some of Kyle's brushes are not responsive with a tablet but okay with a mouse? Which brushes? Because I'm not entirely sure. I can't say I've had that issue, but I have like a select few brushes that I use on a regular basis. But it could be the setting of the brush. It may not be pressure sensitive. I wish I had an answer for that.
Yeah.
If anyone at Adobe is watching and knows the answer,
help.
Yeah. Let's see. Mm-hmm. We definitely need more brushes for Fresco. Oh, David, my dude.
Request.
You can also get Kyle's brushes in Fresco by going in Fresco and getting more brushes. There's you can import them directly from the website on your iPad, so you can have all of Kyle's brushes there too. He's got like 1,000.
Hello.
Because if you do that, you can save them to your library and they will open in there. And you can use Photoshop Yeah, Fairy says you can use Photoshop brushes for fresco. Yes, you can. I have been playing around with it a lot, and the more and more they continue to develop fresco, like the more like the brushes are just getting better and better and better.
I need to jump on the fresco train. I haven't touched that one as much.
It's a lot of fun.
Looks like it.
Yeah, I did a deep dive into it. I did a 4-hour sketch in it one day when I was getting ready for Adobe Max. And I pretty much just like powered my way through to understand everything. And I'm still learning new things. But it really is a great program. And I love that you say whatever you do in Fresco saves to the cloud, and you can open it directly in Photoshop seconds later.
Integration.
Yes. It's really nice. Chelsea says, I'm a texture junkie. Fresco is my jam.
Texture junkie. I love that. I'm a texture junkie as well. I'll when we hang up, I'll jump on the fresco train. I only used it once. I think I need to get the hang of it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I definitely really enjoy it, and I've switched on iPad to using Fresco. Not exclusively, but very close to exclusively, mostly because I can jump back and forth and use Photoshop or Fresco and get away from my desk.
Yeah, it's good like to have a bit of a change of scenery and not be on your desk the whole day for sure. And like there's nothing better than drawing like sitting on the couch, right? On your bed.
The iPad really did change a lot about like I know how I work because I don't feel chained to my desk anymore.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like my husband also made a comment like that ever since I got my iPad, like he's seen me drawing a lot more just for fun, instead of just always doing client work. Like I actually get my iPad and just, draw nowadays, which is so good.
Do you find I know prior to getting the iPad, I did a lot of sketching in sketchbooks, and ever since getting the iPad, my sketchbook sketching has almost ceased to not exist, and I pretty much do only digital sketching.
I feel you. Yeah, I'm the same actually.
Yeah.
We're hooked.
Okay. It's so easy, and I only have to carry one thing.
So just doing like a little bit of, I don't know, explaining where my head is going. I want them to have this sort of like how do you call it, like a smirk, or like a sort of a half closed eyes that they're like looking, wickle, sort of
power stance.
Yeah, just badass attitude. Like I'm not sure about the fishy mouths, but we can explore a few things. I think it could work. It could work nicely.
I love this.
Slowly getting there. When it's okay, I'm excited to go into closing later, because then the people on the chat can help us make some decisions, some dressing outfit decisions as well.
Ooh, do you want chat to throw ideas, or?
Oh yeah. We're still a little bit far away from dressing them, I think. So, and I also I wanted to have them be different in a sense. Like one of them is a bit shaved head. I would love to have the courage to shave my head, actually. I did like a half shave once, but not like a full head.
I have a friend that ended up shaving her head. It was, they look fantastic.
I know.
I feel like you have to have the right head shape for it to.
That's what I think as well. Like I'm so scared because I'm sure my head doesn't look, it doesn't have like a necessarily.
I have like a bump back here, like a double bump. Like I don't want to have like the lumpy head.
I know. I feel the same, but like it must be such a freeing experience as well. Like I cut my own hair, and that's already like a really nice freeing experience, but shaving is another level.
Annika asked if you ever do sketching in a sketchbook, do you find yourself like double tapping to undo pencils?
The other day I was drawing here on my Cintiq, and I actually double tapped my Cintiq. I was like, oh, oops. It's not working. Or like I've done this, to zoom in on the Cintiq, and it didn't work. So yeah, all the time.
Or like I have a touch enabled Cintiq and you can do that, but it's so glitchy that like it's like
I don't use it.
It's not. Yeah, I don't use the touch function at all. I kind of regret getting the touch function because I don't use it.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm the same. It's too glitchy, but yeah, sometimes like I find myself like looking at a sketch on paper, and I drew something wrong, and then like I just stare at it and I mentally do the Control Z. Like I'm like,
yeah,
oh no, this is not how this platform works. Right?
I've been writing on paper before and reached over and hit Command Z on my keyboard.
Our brains are getting wired in a funny way.
Yeah, and it takes a moment for it to actually process that I just did it, because I'm like, why is it not undo?
Why is this not happening?
Gabrielle says, literally everyone says that, but I don't think most people have weird enough heads for this to be a concern. Just try shaving it off if you want.
Oh my God. Okay, word of empowerment there.
Yeah.
I might.
And Keita says, I've wanted to shave my head for so long. Let's see. And Chelsea says, could you use traditional dress on one of them? I would love to see some cool patterns interplaying against each other.
Traditional what?
Traditional dress.
You know what? I was actually thinking I would put this lady, the chunky lady here, on a dress, especially because like there's so much people wanting to like tell what fat people can or cannot wear. So I was actually hoping I could put her in a very sexy mini dress, because this girl can wear whatever she wants.
I was gonna say too, like you could do those like nice high-waisted ones with a little bit of stretch at the top with the big patterns. Like those are really fun.
I'm also thinking patterns. Yeah.
I remember there was, what are those? Palazzo pants. That's what they're called.
I have no clue what those are.
So they're like high-waisted. They go like right under your boobs and they make your legs look hella long. And they're like crazy patterns. I don't know if they're still in style. They were in style back when I worked in-house at a fashion brand. And I was always too short to make them happen because they were made for tall people and I'd have to get them hemmed and I was too lazy.
Palazzo pants. I'm gonna have to Google that.
Yeah, they looked really comfy. And then there was a trend where they started to do them with like a slit up the side. So like they flowed almost like a skirt.
Ooh, beautiful.
I was really excited when I was able to find a maxi dress that like worked for my height because I'm 5 feet tall. So like finding a maxi that fits a 5 foot tall person is very difficult.
What's a 5 foot? Oh, sorry, I'm getting lost in the units.
Okay.
Is that like, does that mean you're short or?
Yeah, 60 inches. Let me see what the conversion is. Do you what use metric, right?
Yeah, centimeters.
Okay, inches to centimeters. And so let's see, 60 inches, 152 centimeters.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, I'm not that tall. But when I found a maxi dress that fit and was like perfect for my height, I was like, I'm wearing this forever. It's so comfy.
It's my one and only dress.
Yeah. I have to find it. They're in storage now, but I got to find one so I can wear it on the boat this summer because I just want to be comfy.
Yeah, you go, girl. I find it like, I mean, it's so funny with the different body sizes and body shapes and all. Like whenever... Do you have it in the US? There's like this Japanese shop called Uniqlo.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And like they have amazing stuff. Like I bought a lot of winter like fleece and that sort of stuff there. But then I'm always like size gigantic there because like I have a fairly Brazilian body and like a larger bottom and all of that. And like none of that stuff like looks good in my body because it's it's not meant for my kind of body.
I buy the men's like the unisex sweatshirts from there because I love that they're not fleece inside, so they're a little lighter. So I got like a Keith Haring one when I was working a conference. I had an extra day it was a weird trip because I was in Philadelphia for a conference, and there was like one day in between that and a bachelorette party in Vegas. So I just stayed in Philly for an extra day, and I went shopping at Uniqlo and got that, and then I wore it on my flight because I was like, this is the comfiest thing I own now.
I think this is everyone's wardrobe as well. Like now during lockdown, is like, I just want to get comfy. Like life is already hard enough. Let's only get comfy stuff.
Exactly. Sherry says, love this style with the heart eyes face.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Let's see. Samir says, impressive lines, fabulous design.
Wow, impressive. Thank you so much. That's very, very generous of you. I would say maybe impressive eraser.
I love it. There's so much confidence in this sketch.
You
may not feel it, but like outside looking in, there's a lot of confidence.
I'm not feeling it, but thank you. You guys are very supportive. This is going like a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be. So thank you guys.
The chat is very supportive and they have a lot of fun. So,
you know what? I was thinking like I was maybe going to do these hints kind of like intertwined like this.
Ooh, yeah.
But nope, it's not going to happen. I think I'm going to keep them precisely as they are.
It's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
But then it comes to the execution and
I was like, maybe if I've taken like a reference picture before, like I do that a lot if I don't know how to do, especially for hands, actually. There's a lot of hand reference on my phone. But
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's always good to check a little reference through. Okay, so there is a little something that I love doing. I don't know if you guys do this as well. So I love using Liquify. Okay, let me just duplicate this.
Also, save your work.
Oh my God. Yes, please.
I just looked up and noticed it was still called Untitled. And I was like, oh no.
No. Adobe Live. Oh my God, thank you so much. Classic mistake. And then everything crashes. We start from scratch.
Adobe's recovery engine is really, really good, but sometimes it's just not worth the risk.
I know. Been there so many times and still haven't learned it. But one thing that I like is sort of, whenever I'm going to take a more radical decision, I kind of just duplicate the layer. So I work in a sort of like non-destructive way, and I can always revert back to the previous stage in case that's needed. So I use Liquify a lot. I don't know if you guys use it. I actually, before I had anything to do with illustrating, I guess, I studied like graphic design actually originally for 4 years, but I've done my share of photo retouching, and then there was a lot of Liquify because people, they want to. And I think back in the days, a few years back, it was even more like this culture that people have to look so perfect, and like they almost want to go under plastic surgery with in pictures and stuff. And then Liquify is pretty much like this. I don't know if you guys know how it works, but you can, kind of, it's another way of sculpting. You can pretty much just poke your drawing around and make things bigger, smaller, blah blah. And I find it super helpful for sketches. I use it all the time. And like one thing is really good for as well is for lettering, like hand lettering. I find that if I always do like the first sketch and then I just put it on Liquify, it's great at this part of the sketch, I think, because you already have a base, and now it's all like just like pushing pixels and poking pixels around until you find the right.
I've been lettering for years and I've never thought to use Liquify to do anything with it. I'm gonna have to try things now.
I find it really helps, like at least for the good people that sculpt while drawing, like, because I if I am to draw the right line the way that I want, is going to take me forever because, as I said, I don't consider myself like a good illustrator. Like my line is not confident, but my poking is a lot more confident. Like I find that my eyes are better than my hands. Like I can tell when something doesn't look right. I can tell that it needs fixing, and I can tell which way I want to fix it, but my hand doesn't catch up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like now, for example, I think, yeah, this arm should be more curvy, embracing little baby.
If anyone's just joining in, because I see we have had a little influx of people, we're here with Bee Grandinetti. I'm doing my best. Grandinetti.
Yes. You go
and she's creating an illustration for International Women's Day, utilizing different types of women, different shapes, different sizes, different colors, and this week is kicking off a week of celebrating women and International Women's Day and Women's History Month. So if you're watching today and you're not able to stay for the full 2 hours and you're not able to come back tomorrow, because we will be back tomorrow, same time, same place, we will be replaying Bee's stream on Wednesday and Thursday at 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific time. And it's called a Creative Encore. So it'll be a replay, but the chat will be live. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys are watching over on YouTube, come join us over on be.net/live. That's where the chat that we are reading is, and that's where the cool kids are.
That's where the cool kids are. Is this also on YouTube? I didn't know. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it streams simultaneously on YouTube, but we do not read the YouTube chat.
Oh, I see. Come to Behance, guys. This is where the fun is.
We're the fun crew.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke says, I hadn't considered using Liquify on a sketch and I love it. Excited to try this out later.
Oh, okay. We have a new adopter. Thank you. Happy to hear it. Mm-hmm. It honestly like changed everything for me. Pushing pixels. It's like literally pushing pixels. I think it's great.
It's really it's cool because you're able to kind of add a curve to things that may have not had curves, or straighten out, and really play with the composition.
Yeah, you know, like sometimes you're like, the silhouette is okay, but it could be better. Like it needs like, I often find that you maybe do a line and it's hard to be like fully confident and bold when you're drawing it, but then when you try out and you exaggerate things more and you get more playful and you get bolder, that's where the juicy stuff lies, I think.
Yeah. C King says, I have never heard of using Liquify before. I love that tip.
It's the best. I mean, another thing that I'm probably going to use and show you guys is that I also use a lot of the lasso tool and Distort, and we'll get there.
Ooh, that'll be fun too. Fairy says, do you ever think your own work is bad even though other people say that it looks incredible? So I guess, do you ever get imposter syndrome?
I don't even know how to answer this. It's like every single day of my life. Honestly, I hope, does it ever go away? I don't even know.
I don't think it does. I think there's always going to be that.
I mean, there are days that I guess I feel more confident and I'm like, oh, you do something, you're like, I'm getting better, or like this feels quite good. And like you feel a bit, happy and proud of yourself. But those days are definitely, the
few and far between.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's see before and after. Yeah, I'm digging my tweaks.
Yeah.
There's gonna be like a lot of this when we go to polish things in Illustrator as well. There's gonna be a whole layer of this. not using Liquify, but just like adjusting the shapes forever.
Nothing wrong with that. It's fun to watch.
You know, it's interesting. Like I was at the office the other day. Like I work in this co-working space that I share the space with a studio called Brick here in Stockholm. And I was talking to one of their employees that she's like amazingly talented illustrator and stuff. And I was sketching beside her. And then yeah, I don't like what I just did actually. And then she said like that she often doesn't have the patience, like, and she's actually like an amazing illustrator and does like a lot more beautiful illustrations than I do. Like we've been doing like some life drawing things at the office and stuff. She's so much better than I am. But then she told me, like, which I thought it was interesting, I never thought of it that way. She said that she doesn't have the patience to do what I do, which is like really like finding the right curve and like, you know, getting very, in other words, like getting very OCD about every single, you know, part of the drawing in a sense.
Yeah.
So it's different skills, I guess, different ways of drawing and looking at your drawing as well. Yeah, I don't know about this here. I'll come back to it. This is the question of the test that I don't know how to solve right now, so I'll come back to it later. And then I think I actually want to make, I'm not quite digging the silhouettes of these ladies so much right now, so I'll
Raphael says, how often do you draw just for fun or practice?
Depends on how busy I am. Can I give a very sad answer? Maybe every month I try to do it a little bit. Like it depends on how busy I am, but maybe like I wish it was more often, but life's busy. It gets very busy and not often I have the time to do what I'm doing now here with you guys. So thank you for being here and listening to. Oh, you see, sorry, I didn't explain what I'm doing. Maybe let me go back and do some explanation.
Okay.
Because this is the other thing that I mentioned that I do a lot with my shapes. Once I have this base, let's say like this basic lines. So I'm thinking that I want the legs of this left lady here to flare out a little bit more, and I think that's gonna make the composition nicer. So I'm selecting with the lasso tool this bottom part of her body, and then come to edit, transform, distort, and then
that really does. That's, I love it.
Yeah. Don't people do that? I don't know. I do this, and then let's compare it before and after. Where's my history? View window. History. Yeah. Yeah, this is cooler, right?
Yeah, it's more what's the word I'm looking for?
It's more dynamic, maybe.
That's the word.
Right, like she's much more like, you can feel that her torso is more like, I'm like so badass for you right now. And whereas like here before she was more like, okay, I'm just chilling. Now she's like, I got this baby, I got this wife, I got this life, I got this amazing body. She's rocking it. Okay, I think I'm overall wait, what did I do? I pressed something wrong.
Is the little lock hit on yours or not? On the current layer?
No, it's looking good for me right now. Is it?
It's working. Okay, good.
It's working.
Sorry.
It's all back to working. I think for a moment I just pressed something wrong there.
Which is bound to happen to all of us.
Okay, it's time to dress these ladies, and now I'm gonna duplicate this again. Let me just close this guy. Okay, so I'm thinking, do we have any trends people on the chat, or people who wanna also out them? because like I was thinking of different ways that I can make it very clear that this lady to the left is a trans woman. And it's different ways. Like I've been taking a look as well at you know, illustrators that are trans or, you know, queer and stuff, and figuring out how they beautiful ways to, you know, indicate that in a very clear way. And I've seen like a couple of interesting solutions, and like one solution that I've seen that I thought it was quite nice was just like adding a little badge with the trans flag colors, which is like baby blue and pink and white, and then we can go to that when it's color time. And then another solution that I thought was like using a pattern on their outfits, and you know that you have like this the trans symbol, which is the oof, oof.
What kind of dog do you have? I gotta know. Sorry.
But yeah, having something like this and having it as a sort of a pattern.
Ooh, both of those I think would be very interesting solutions.
And then there is a third one, which I actually got inspired by Euphoria, the series that I mentioned. Yeah, we could do a little pattern like this. I'm not sure, actually. I got a bit inspired by Euphoria because, like, throughout the first episode, you don't really realize that she's trans. And then there's a point, I mean, that was the point that I realized, and I think maybe the general audience too. There is a point in the end of the first episode that she's just like putting on the top and like panties and stuff. And then you notice there is like a little bit of an extra volume here. And you're like, okay. And then you kind of do like, 1 + 1, like, okay, yeah, she's trans, like she's not cis. And I was thinking that maybe we could do a little bit of an indicator, and then maybe she could be wearing, I'm going to throw some ideas out there, and maybe the audience can help us figure out. But I was thinking that maybe she could be wearing like a sassy, transparent sort of shorts. Just like be really playful with how she dresses.
Those shorts look super comfortable.
Yeah, we all want that. Isn't it a thing now, like loungewear?
Athleisure.
Athleisure, oh my god, yes. So all of those words. But then she could be wearing this sort of like sassy, like transparent shorts, and then sort of like a bikini underneath that could have like the stripes as well, you know, the colors. So she's like, you know, outing herself a little bit, like, yeah, this is it, deal with it.
Yeah. Chelsea says, ooh, what about an open neckline where the keyhole has a metal piece with the symbol?
Wow, what? Wait, an open neckline, like a cleavage like this, or a necklace. Neckline.
I think like the same thing you have here, but like a keyhole opening here. Like
keyhole opening.
Yeah, like a teardrop opening.
Like this?
Yeah, and then there's a necklace with the symbol inside it.
Like this? Wait. I mean, like this?
I think so. We'll ask Chelsea in the chat. Okay. And Jordan says the trans community deserves all the love they can get. I agree. Because they are truly wonderful people. Thank you for wanting to show some representation for them.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Amen. Brother,
go ahead. I'm going to reply to someone in a second.
No, just fully amen, fully agree. Yeah. I have few good trans friends, and they are some of the most lovely people that I know, like such a special, beautiful energy. And we need to see more of them represented all over, because absolutely wonderful people.
Yes. Sophie says, will tomorrow be a replay of today, or will be doing something different tomorrow? Sophie, so tomorrow I believe will be working in Illustrator. We will be continuing this illustration that she's working on currently. Wednesday and Thursday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time, there will be a replay of both of the streams with a live chat. It'll be titled The Creative Encore. So you can rewatch it then, and you'll be able to chat live with everybody. Otherwise, you can go back and watch the replays later. They will be available.
Yeah.
She goes, okay, so Chelsea says, you know how you get those shirts that have like metal circles holding each side together? Too bad I can't paste it. Okay, hey, I'm gonna see if I can figure this out.
Thank you.
I feel like I kind of know, but I don't know.
I'm sorry, like maybe there is a language barrier there. Like I'm not sure.
I feel like this was like a 90s thing.
So we want to go 90s, is that it?
The shirts that have, okay. I'm gonna Google. Hold please. I'm gonna figure this out. Keyhole shirt with hoops.
And then also, like, I feel that I'm making them with very short sort of like summer clothes, because I had enough of winter. Like, if I cannot be, partially naked, at least my characters are gonna be.
I like that thinking. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can sketch this, because I think I might have found it, but I could also be completely and totally wrong.
Oh my god, you're the best host, or what? Thank you. You're like sketching, take it to the next level. You're sketching.
Okay, this is gonna look completely awful, but we're gonna run with it. Okay, so this is my thinking of what it is. So that's a strap.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, those are straps, and then there's the metal piece, and then fabric keyhole.
Okay,
I think can you keep
the
Chelsea shared a link. Hang on. Generally we do not open links from chat, but I want to make sure that I'm correct. I was correct.
Oh, look at you, girl.
Yeah,
amazing.
This is a little
wait, so it's and then it has this.
A couple people posted links to keyhole shirts, says Cody. Okay. I'm gonna I missed that because I was trying to draw things. Okay. Yeah, we were right.
Okay, we'll leave that answer to later.
Chelsea says yes. That's what we were. Yes. I like the symbol being the charm.
Yeah.
I like the symbol being the charm. That's kind of fun. It's like subtle, but it works.
I agree.
Neil says maybe some balloons in the background with the trans symbol. That might be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm usually super basic with my backgrounds, because I'm I guess I tend to put the focus more like on the characters and stuff, but I guess it's what we might be trying to evaluate as well later is like, because we don't want this to be like, I guess we want to get casual with the trans hint. It's like, it's not, necessarily supposed to be just about that. It's like we want to be able to identify that she's trans, but ultimately is about this cute little different family and stuff. So okay, I can definitely go bolder with this.
I love your flouncy skirt layers. Those are so fun.
Oh, thank you.
They have so much movement.
Yeah.
Kieran says, "Hey Bee, are you also going to animate these characters?" I'm not sure we have enough time for that.
I wish, but you know what? Animation takes ages. Like if I'm taking ages just to draw them, can you imagine animation? So I'm afraid not today or tomorrow. But who knows? The future is crazy. Could
maybe one day. Gregory says they need a pet.
Oh my god. A corona pet. So many people getting pets now.
Oh my gosh, I love it though. Like,
yeah,
I have a cousin that fosters dogs, and she's had this like rotation of fosters as people have adopted them.
Oh. I mean, they got a corona baby. Like a lot of people got pregnant during corona, right? Like there's nothing to do. Let's make some babies.
It's gonna be interesting to see like the boom that's about to happen.
Yep.
Because I've seen it. There's been a lot of corona babies.
You've also had it within your friends.
Yeah, I've had a lot more announcements as of late. Yeah,
you're coming. I think
most of the announcements. One friend had her baby like right before the pandemics. Like, she announced right before the pandemic. She had baby in like I think October. So technically not a corona baby, but
still at the very I think I don't know if you do this, but I tend to sometimes not sometimes, a lot of the times dress characters with my own clothes.
Oh yes.
I mean, sometimes it's hard because like you're drawing something and you're kind of like translating your taste as well while you're doing it, right? And I have this really fun banana shirt, so I was thinking like maybe she could be wearing this. Maybe I should wear that one to the stream tomorrow. My little banana shirt. Yeah.
I was having a conversation with someone yesterday where they're like, "Does anyone else like draw their characters in their ideal outfits and then they're sitting in sweatpants and a tank top?" And I was like, honestly, I would wear everything that I dress my characters in if I could find it.
Yep.
Problem is I draw things that I can't find.
Oh, I'm curious to what you draw.
I have an affinity for like, you know, those cold shoulder tops, like the ones where the shoulders are peeking out, where it's like a long sleeve shirt. I love those. And I can never find a good one. Like most ones I find, like, because I want to find like a unisex one, but I tried making one and I did it, and the hole went to like my elbow. It's like, that's not what I wanted.
Not exactly that.
Yeah. Cody says, "I live vicariously through my character's clothing." Yes, Cody makes really good, really, really cute little clothing outfits on her characters.
Yep. It's I mean, sometimes I also think like with animation, especially like character animation, it's almost like you're an actor, but through your characters as well. You're like, because it requires like a good level of acting and you being able to communicate emotions through a body, but it's someone else's body. It's like through your character. So it's interesting as well.
Jordan says, "I tried drawing myself in various outfits that I'd like to wear." And Christine says, "Peekaboo shoulder tops." Oh, I've never heard them called. Only
well, I'm learning so many words in this.
I have a whole Pinterest board of like ideal travel outfits. Like I coordinate.
Ideal travel outfits?
Yeah, because I have this theory that like if I look pulled together while I travel, like I'm more likely to get upgraded.
No. Oh my god, I love this. That's a good plan you have over there. You have it all figured out.
Yeah, and like and I've been fortunate. Like I've had a 1 year that I flew a lot for weddings and things. So I accrued a lot of mileage. So I would get upgraded if there weren't like a ton of business people on the flight, because I'm pretty low in the upgrade chain. And so I was like, oh no, if I get added to first class, I should not show up in sweatpants and a tank top, you know?
Or I mean, sometimes you do find like super rich people that they dress like, who gives a fuck, you know, because they can, you know, that's the whole point. Like they're super rich. So therefore they can dress, whatever. And no one's going to be.
I have jeans that I wear because I have a rule for myself that I have to spend like even just an hour a day in jeans. And that's been my rule for 8 years that I've been freelancing. But I found some from Levi that are like, they've got a little bit of stretch in them. So they're very comfortable. So I can wear them traveling and I can still sit like a little pretzel places because they have enough stretch, but they look like jeans. So I look pulled together.
Look at that. That's a pro tip there.
Yeah. You find things and then you hack the system.
Okay, so I'm thinking now.
Karen says, I find that my experience as a theater actor feeds my practice as an illustrator and animator. It's so nice to get to know your perspectives.
Yeah, hell yeah. It all fits together. And I think, you know, sometimes things that we don't think that, or things that we learn and skills and stuff that we think like, oh, this is so far away. Like we actually, that's the beauty of us being so different and having such different life experiences, is that we can pierce them together in such a special, unique way that is going to make what we do special as well, precisely because of that. We have such different experiences and so many ingredients to the soup.
Karen's, oh no, I already read that one. Kendall says, hello, nice to see two of my favorite ladies today. Hello, Kendall. Welcome to the stream. Kendall. We love you. Cody says, that's actually a really good rule, Shauna. It's very easy to go so long for me to not get dressed for the day working from home. I want to force myself to wear jeans more. Yeah, I got into freelancing because I got fired from a job.
Happens.
I'd moved to Orlando and then they fired me 3.5 months later. So I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, I need to get up and like treat it like I'm working. So I'm up by about 7:30 every day. And every day I shower, every day I pull myself together. I got a little more lax through coronavirus times because I had nowhere I could go. But for the most part, like every day I put on jeans. Sometimes it'll be like noon and I'm still in my pajamas, but every day I put on jeans for like an hour and then I'll throw on sweatpants or whatever is comfortable after that.
Just so you can get it going.
Yeah, just so I feel like I've done something with my day. So I feel like I'm a little bit pulled together. Like every day I do try to do my hair, even if it's just messy bunned. And I do my eyebrows every day. That is my like one thing that I have to do every day is fill my eyebrows or I don't feel like I got ready for the day.
That's your secret there. I mean, this is so personal. Like some people, they even they go up and they take like just a lap around the block or something just to feel like they're commuting to work in a sense.
Yeah.
I in that sense, like I think I'm very lucky that I can jump like to work mode so quickly. Like I can spend the whole day in my pajamas and still work, super. I'm not going to look gracious. But it works.
That's where's my mouse? There it is. Mary Day says, I am loving these pro tips. Steve says, I tried to talk to any pilots that might be hanging around while I'm waiting to board and pretend that I'm a retired pilot. That usually works for getting upgraded. Oh. Well,
what?
That's a life hack.
Wait, did he actually get upgraded?
Yeah, now inquiring minds need to know because we need to know. Chris says, do they choose to upgrade people based on clothes and perceived status? So my experience, I fly United and I've flown enough that I have silver status, which is not very high on the food chain, but it does throw me onto the upgrade list when I fly. And so they'll go down the list and upgrade in order of who has the most status. But there have been times when I'll get thrown on the upgrade list, and immediately they would put me into first class. And I think it has to do with the fact that they probably didn't have a lot of business people or higher status people on the flight. And there was also a time when I had a flight that my client booked me too close together, so I was not going to make my other flight. And so I went to the desk and I was like, what do I do? And she goes, I'm gonna put you on a different flight, you'll still get there on time. So I go to the next gate, and she goes, actually, I need your seat. And I go, why? And she goes, I need it for a family that needs to sit together, but don't worry, you'll like where I'm putting you. And she threw me into first class for a flight. Wow. Just so a family could sit together. So like, I think I look kind of, you know, raggedy that day because I've been running around and things, but I've had times when they're just like, they've called my name and they're like, you want to sit up here? And I was like, sure. And I hadn't been at the gate yet. So I don't know if there's necessarily any rhyme or reason for it. Sometimes I think it just has to do with what's available and where you are on the list. Sometimes it's, you know, if you're being comped something, sometimes they'll just upgrade you. I had a flight. I got stuck in Detroit at one point, and my flight was at 6 a.m. the next morning, and I was running on about 3 hours of sleep. And so I sat down in my seat, and the flight attendant came over just before takeoff, and she goes, would you like to come sit in first class? And I was like, yes, please take me. And it was literally like an hour-long flight. Like the time difference between leaving and arriving was 20 minutes. I left it because there's an hour's time change. So it was like 6:30 when we took off, and I landed at 6:50 Chicago time.
Wow.
So it was kind of interesting. But they gave me a warm scone and coffee, so it was nice.
I don't think I ever flew business class. I'm so fancy.
I usually book economy, and it's and I'll sometimes, like, if it's, I can with silver, I can upgrade my seat 24 hours ahead of time, so I can get it up into like the more legroom seats, and then go from there. But I don't generally. It sounds like I get upgraded a lot. I really don't. This was like the span of 8 years that I've had only a handful of times.
You've been slowly building into it, yeah.
Yeah, it just happened that like the one year that I was flying a lot, it depends what airport you take out of. So like when I was flying out of Orlando, there's a happen out of there, and the same with Chicago. But like out of Vegas, it's a different story. And let's see.
Since
Anthony Jackson, hello, welcome. Eric Sue says, I wear sweatpants to my full-time job when I had one. I don't care to dress up. I don't blame you. If I could have worn sweatpants to my job when I worked there, I would have. Kendall says, I felt glad I convinced myself to put on makeup today, but I'm trying to film, so that's why. Normally just getting dressed is enough for me to get going, but filming, I need a little extra pep to convince myself. I don't blame you. What are you filming, Kendall? Cody says, I never get upgraded, but I used to be a military wife, so I always go on the plane first. Oh, nice. See, then you're guaranteed the overhead bin space. That's also a thing.
The overhead bin space. I don't really use. You guys are throwing so much stuff, so much new vocabulary on me. What is that?
Yeah, so like when you travel and you just have a carry-on and you have like your bag that goes under the seat in front of you, and then you have like a small travel suitcase.
Yeah.
You just stick it in the overhead compartment. So like any trips I've done where I don't need more than like an overnight bag for something, I just carry it on the flight with me and I put it in the overhead bin space. But if you don't get on the flights, if when they put like your boarding group, if your boarding group isn't like immediate, it's very quick to lose your overhead bin space, because people that are sitting in the, and people that are sitting like in the back of the plane will like shove their stuff in the bins in the front, and so they take it from the people that are in the front or the further up area.
Yeah, it's a jungle.
Yeah, and then there have been times when I've hopped on a plane and my seat's like in the middle of the plane, but the only space to put your bag in is like in the back, and then you have to navigate like trying to get your bag as you're getting off, and other people are fighting against you. It's a mess.
Oh, then we all miss flight.
We all miss flights. It also has happened too, where I've shown up and they're like, there's no overhead bin space. We have to check your bag.
Yeah. That happened a million times. Okay. I think I might be ready to try a few different faces. I just, just for the sake of trying. And we still have time, right?
We are still good. We still have about 30 minutes.
Okay, we have time to play around with some faces, and the audience can help us try out a couple of things. I think, I'm good with the body. Like,
Ruth would like to know, could you add some accessories?
Yeah, I mean, I added this kind of like earrings here. Maybe she deserves some bracelets.
Those earrings almost look like a bunch of bananas.
Oh, right. She's onto a theme.
Yes.
She could
have, you could do like a string of leaves as like a bracelet to match with the bananas and things. Yeah. Or a palm frond like hairpiece.
A hairpiece.
Yeah.
I
don't know how it would work. If she's got a shaved head, so I'm not sure how it would work, but or like a headband with a maybe too much.
I think because like I like the fact that she has like this kind of like super long earrings going along with the shaved head, and you have this kind of like it's a empty frame for the earrings to.
Yeah, I like the focus on the earrings.
But maybe this. Ooh. The thing is, I'm still like not 100% sure about this, because like I think I would like just one of them actually to have a cleavage. Whereas the other one is a bit more closed down. Well, let's see, maybe we can add some she can have some triangular sort of triangle sort of thingy.
Ooh, those are fun.
And then we
Kendall says she put makeup on because she's working on her creative residency video. That's exciting. If anyone doesn't know, the Adobe Creative Residency is open for applications again. Cody, if you could drop the link in chat, that would be fantastic, please, and thank you. I do not know when the deadline is, but all the information is at the website.
Where is the people that are tuning in? I'm curious where they're from. Do we have anyone from Brazil at all?
Yeah, guys, chat. Throw into chat where you're tuning in from, everybody.
Just curious. Or maybe this needs to be.
I feel like with that character, like oversized earrings just fit them really well.
Yeah, she can rock anything really, I think.
Oh, the creative residency deadline is this Sunday. Oh, we have two people from Brazil.
Oh, we do.
I feel like I'm gonna unfortunately butcher this name, but it looks like Thais.
I can help you. Thais.
So we have Thais from Brazil. We have Maria from Brazil. We have William from Copenhagen. Peter from Chicago. Hey, neighbor. We have Maria from Curitiba. Yeah,
that's Brazil. In Brazil. Nice. Hello.
Caitlin from Philly, Megan from Western Canada, Christine from Ontario, Canada, Sherry from Canada, Anastasia from Hamburg, Germany, Brian from Seattle, Lisa, Missouri. We have Raphael he's Brazilian, but he's living in freezing London. C. King is in Wisconsin, also hello neighbor. We have Sabahat from Pakistan, Cody, Oregon.
Oh, wow, Pakistan.
Yeah, nice. It's amazing how like vast the audience is.
That's amazing.
Brooke from Salt Lake City, Kendall's in Colorado, Francisco in New York City. Steve is tuning in from Wellington, New Zealand.
Oh, New
Bev
Zealand,
from
and
Mexico.
they're awake.
Yeah. What time is it in Mexico? Reading chat and talking does not work sometimes.
New
Steve,
Zealand,
what time is it?
Yeah, curious.
Ankita is from Germany. Eli is tuning in from Cape Town, South Africa.
Wow, all over the globe. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much for joining and being here together with us, giving us your time.
Yeah. We have Gregory is also from Brazil, living in Stockholm.
Oh, I think he's a friend. Hey, Greg.
Is it Gregory Carneal?
Yeah, he's a friend. Hey, Greg.
Okay. There was a wink or a smiley face after his post. So I was like, probably knows her.
Yeah, he's a good
We
friend.
got Jordan from Des Moines, Iowa. Luke Fennell from Ireland. Ferry from Indonesia. Rebecca from Hardim, Kamburi. Oh my gosh, there's so many. We've got Alexander from Malmo, Sweden. Camilla from Poland, but she is Austrian. Joey from Montreal, Quebec. Anthony says these drawings look awesome. Jyotirmaya from India. Jyotirmaya is a regular around here. Good to see you.
Hello.
Yeah, wow. Oh, it's 8 a.m. Tuesday over in New Zealand.
Okay, so we have a very early bird.
Yeah, he's living in the future.
Oh, yes. Hello from the past.
Oh, wow. This is so fun. Claudio is from Sweden, living in New York City. Robzilla's here. Robzilla's in the chat.
Hello. I think Claudio might be another friend, actually. Hey, Claudio, if it is who I'm thinking it is. Or if it's not, hello, hello, Claudio, anyway. Oh, nice. Okay, so for now, just for now, I'm ditching this cleavage because I'm not too sure about I'm a very minimalistic person, I think. I mean, sometimes I go for a full blown out sort of prints, but I think it's fine in the balance as well, so it doesn't get too crazy hectic. Should I do something with the baby? Like just a little striped. Boop, boop.
Eli said,
"Thank you for extra kind words. I don't deserve that."
Yes, you do.
Need to do it this way. Like I always do them coming from the same angle. I need to get out of my comfort zone, I think, a bit. Give myself a break.
Luke says, "Vi Brazil stream."
Those are always late nights.
3D
those
or video,
always.
motion, one of those.
Yeah. But 3D is usually what takes forever. It's okay, we do have time, so I think I'm gonna try a few faces.
We still got a good like 20 minutes to go, so
great. Let's try some faces because, like, these are fun, but could they be cooler? I don't know. Like, I did this fish mouths on them, but what if they have other
that.
Like super lip situation? But sometimes I like mixing, like mixing styles. Like you make a super detailed, sort of eye, and then.
I like that even your sketch has like wing eyeliner.
Yeah. And then you just throw in like a stupid mouth, like this, like super.
Yes.
Like this sort of stuff. So I don't know. It's all about testing out and feeling like what's the right attitude for these. Fish mouth.
I really like the fish mouth.
Yeah, you're digging the fish mouth.
I'm digging the fish mouth. Maybe the taller character has the fish mouth and the smaller one has like the happy mouth.
Happy simple mouth.
The little like Yeah.
We can try that. So duplicate, look at me like not naming all of my layers. Shame. Shame. Shame.
Oh, I like that, like one eyebrow.
Oh, what did I do? Girl, I'm so sorry. No, you should have two eyebrows. I'm so sorry.
I do like the asymmetry though, where one's a little higher, like, come at me.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, they're badass. Ah, the mix is nice, actually, having the...
I kind of like the mix too.
Yeah. Okay, but let's try something different.
Okay.
Take this.
Yeah, this is the creative process in action.
Just, we have time. Like I'm gonna stay in Photoshop for today and just jump into... I can redo these earrings and do Illustrator tomorrow, so we can stick in.
Cody says, "Oh no, eyebrow got shaved off," and Kendall says, "Eyebrows are sisters, not twins."
I like that thinking. What about extra big? Oh, they're like, I don't know. Let's get playful. Or like sometimes just doing like, nah, I don't think we're gonna go for that. But
it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to play around with things. Okay, maybe not super crazy, but I still want them to have like a half closed sort of... I'm doing the very same thing. Okay, let's watch myself.
The chat loves that ridiculous face.
They do, of course.
They really liked it.
They want to see me fail.
No, they don't.
Maybe a nose. How would they look with a nose? I don't even know. Still
someone says, "What about a wink?"
Wink, wink.
Like that face. I like that lip. I like the dark upper lip and the smirk.
Yeah. I mean, it's not
glasses.
Oh, glasses.
I really like really big oversized glasses. Those are fun.
Yeah, I'm thinking glasses. I'm thinking maybe this lady could have the glasses.
Cody would it be so sassy? Oh, I like those. That's really cute.
Massive ears.
The dark upper lip is very Kim Possible.
How does she look now? Ah, I'm still digging this one more, but let's explore, see how we go. It's all about pressing the wrong button. No, it's all about testing out and having fun with it. And sometimes it's like go for it.
I say Thais says yes, the glasses.
Do we still have room for the crazy pendant?
I think so.
Is it too much? No, she can do.
No, you can do glasses and really big obnoxious earrings. I think it's
this girl can. Maybe even bigger. Okay, and then let's try to do this lady in the same style. Or like a similar. So they feel that they belong.
Luke Fennel says more accessories.
More.
And Maria says try glasses in the older style. You think like Maria? Like the grandma glasses?
No, I think she meant like try glasses here. Yeah, I'll bring glasses here in a sec.
Yeah. And Kendall says she's amazing with that hair. It's very like 80s hair rocker hair.
Which one are we talking about? The left
one? Yeah, the left one, the one you're currently working on.
That is the hair that I wish I had, actually. So
yeah.
Here I am drawing who I wish I was as a person.
I always draw my ideal hair in my characters because I have very fine, very thin hair. And I always want like the Pinterest hair, the really thick hair. The one where like their one braid section is like the entirety of the hair on my head.
Oh my God. Yes. I'm actually struggling because I have very bad genes. My whole family has alopecia. So I'm just like actually getting bald. So I'm, you know what, the thing with like getting a shaved head is actually something I might be contemplating in the near future, and just rocking like a bunch of wigs. And then like, you know, maybe one day I want to have blue curly hair, and then I just grab that wig, and then this is who I'm gonna rock today. And so I'm getting accustomed to the idea.
Yes. Have you ever watched Schitt's Creek?
A what? No. What is that?
It's a show it's now on Netflix. There's like 6 seasons, so you can binge watch the whole thing. But it's about this family that's really rich, and they lose all their money, and they end up moving to this town that they bought as a joke years ago. And the mom has a collection of wigs, and she has names for all of them.
Oh wow, maybe this is who I'm gonna be.
Yes, she's like, no, that's Barbara. You can't mess with her. She's delicate.
She's delicate. I love that. That's Barbara. You give personalities to each. I love that. Okay. Speaking of names, I wonder if people in the audience have name suggestions for these.
Oh, I love that idea. All right, chat, throw name ideas out. Right, left, and baby. Mm-hmm. I'm like currently blanking on any female names ever. Let's see. Chris Moreno says, nice illustration.
Oh, thank you. Okay, let me try glasses on this.
Peter says, the baby's name is Apple.
Apple. Is it like, who named the baby? Oh, wasn't it like the Coldplay, Chris Martin and what's her name again? Gwyneth Paltrow, their baby was named Apple.
Yeah. We have, okay, so we've got, Bruna says, Carol and Kristen. JC says, Sandy, Mandy, and Candy.
Okay, yeah, we got a winner. Sandy, Mandy, and Candy. I think Candy is the baby, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna write them down.
Sandy, Mandy, and Candy. We got
I'll read others because we might find some others.
Okay, yeah, so far we have a winner.
That is a top contender.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got someone, Gerardo Maya said Lauren. Zoe P says Chloe on the right. Cody Bear says the right is Maya. Ariel says Samia. That's kind of pretty. Someone who's going by the name Product Team says the baby could be Hope.
Oh, we all need that. Hope is a beautiful name, actually.
Maria says baby name Enzo. B knows the joke.
Enzo. Oh my God. Wait, who said that?
Maria Ralino.
Enzo. No, what? No, I'm blanking. I'm not sure I know the joke. Okay. I'm feeling on the spot now. I don't know the joke.
Yeah. Bev says Pearl and Judy.
Pearl and
we
Judy.
have Lori and Ray. We have Denise, Cleo, and Baby. A lot of people are saying Maya is a good name.
Maya is a good name.
But JC says, yep, Candy, this is the baby. We have Artemis and Aurea, Jackie, Evelyn, and Danny. Isolda for the baby.
I
still like Sandy, Mandy, and Candy.
Yeah, I mean, she could be the right one. Could be, you know, Maya, and but then her nickname is.
Her nickname could be Candy because she's got the banana shirt.
Candy, yeah.
But they're those like crunchy candy bananas.
I think I like her in this style with the glasses, right? Can the audience give okay, so we have this. Okay, maybe it's time for me to name my leaders.
I was gonna say, do we want to do like an A, B, and C?
I was gonna say squashy head, but you're much smarter than I am. A. Wait, let me just move these to the bottom. B. This is more like, let's say, realistic.
I love the sassy face on the one on the right. I love the sassy face. She's like, yeah, come at me. You tell me my family is beautiful. Because I agree.
Yeah, I know this. Maybe we should do like a third one. Do we have time still? What time is it?
1:16. Okay, so we are at 10 minutes.
10 minutes. We have time for one more face. And then the audience can help us make executive decisions. Mm-hmm. Even though I must say, like, I'm still preferring the first one.
Yeah. I like them all. It would be really hard to choose.
You're so kind, Shauna. Okay, let's make let's make mistakes.
I can't tell you how many times I've done something like that. I'm like, that's not at all what I was trying to do. Why did it continue?
Especially because like I'm still using the keyboard on my laptop, but you know, looking at the sync, and then I'm not looking at the stuff that I'm pressing. It's just muscle memory. So then that's a lot of mistakes. Yeah. Anyone wants a style of face that they want me to try? Like maybe let's do a stupid one just for.
We have one more set of names. We've got Honey, Bee, and Rose.
Honey Bee. Oh, I like that. Wait, so this is Honey.
Yeah,
that was the result of Bee meets Rose, right? So I think this is Bee, the one on the left, and Rose is the one on the right, maybe. What do we think?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question. Kendall says she always crops instead of hitting brush by accident. I always accidentally like X out my color because like I said earlier, I sketch in color and then I'll hit X and it automatically just throws it black to black again. And I'm like, that's not the color I was using at all.
Not what I wanted.
Yeah. My favorite is when, I don't know if you do this, but like if you're typing and the keyboard, like you can type without looking at the keyboard, but if the keyboard is like slightly one step over and you start typing, you're typing all like what would be the correct keys if the keyboard was in the correct spot.
Yep. Been there.
Cody says you could try more of a square shaped jaw for the lady on the left to have a round and square shape.
I could try that. A squarey jaw, squarey jaw. Squarey jaw and stupid face. I mean, I actually have a really nice illustration in my living room. From it's kind of this. It's like these two tigers that they. I mean, the style is mature-ish and beautiful, like the tiger pattern and stuff. And then it kind of looks, more mature style. But then their face is just like this.
I think I've seen that. It makes me laugh every time.
It's so great. I love it.
It's like if that face had a noise, it would be like eek.
Yeah, precisely. So bitch. But I love the clashing and the mixing. That's where the fun is. Should they have noses? No, I think I prefer just keeping it simple. Like this, but maybe still with the glasses.
She should have just like a monocle, just the one.
Inspecting.
Bruna says, I love that face. And
what am I doing?
Checho says, I absolutely love this style.
People are digging the stupid face. Look at that.
I love it. Like I said, you just look at it, it's like,
And the earrings back.
Yeah, we have to have the, I feel like they kind of look like plantains.
Yeah, maybe it could be a whole, I mean, I'm also trying to figure out, like, maybe I want to have some transparent stuff on the illustration, like if I'm going to keep her shorts transparent and then have the transparency of the glasses. I'm trying to imagine how this is going to look like when we finalize it tomorrow.
The little baby's blanket right now looks like a slice of sushi.
Oh, we'll make it better tomorrow. This is funny. I don't know. How do we feel about this?
I know. Okay, so we have A, B, and C. We've got about 4 minutes before we got to start closing things down.
Okay, let's just take a look then.
All right,
at our options.
We're gonna vote. We're gonna do A, B, or C.
I just have to say, maybe this won't be a democracy, but let's give it a shot. Let's hear the people.
We may all vote, and B may pick her own choice.
I might still pick. We'll see. This is A,
right,
with
so
the squashy turtle dinosaur faces.
Mm-hmm.
This is a more grown-up style. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
B, and this is C. This is the kind of face.
Chris says holy sass and baby nigiri.
Baby nigiri.
Baby nigiri.
Oh, sushi boy. Or it's a girl, I think, because it's International Women's Day, so she's also a girl. All the girls in this drawing.
All right, I'm seeing A, B, 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 B. Oh no. I think it's gonna be evenly split.
No, we're gonna have to count.
Oh, B's winning now. Yeah, people are going for B.
A, B, or C.
Yeah, so far there's not one vote for
Okay, no, I'm happy. I was kind of taking a piss on this one. You know what? We can also this is something that I love doing, just taking a look at things with a fresh eye and taking it from there. So we can always decide for it tomorrow.
I mean, if it's pretty evenly split between A or B, we can always load both of them in tomorrow and then we can do it. I can pull a poll and we can have people vote and watch it in real time.
Yeah, sounds great. Well, I guess we can thank you, all of you guys that have been with us throughout the past 2 hours. Yeah. Thank you so much for all of the inputs, all of the fun ideas, all of the chit chat. Like, this has been actually way less traumatizing than I thought it was going to be. So
yay.
It's been actually fun. So thank you so much.
Good. Well, I'm so glad you had fun. And I'm so glad we got to have you here today. And everyone, we're going to be back again tomorrow, same time. Make sure that you stick around because we do have a full lineup today. It's going to be a really solid schedule. We're celebrating International Women's Day. So go give some love to all the women you know. And if you have missed any of today, the replay will be available. And it will also be played again on Wednesday and Thursday from 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific time as a creative encore with a live chat. So thank you everyone for joining in. Make sure you stick around and we will see you tomorrow. Yay!
Thank you so much, Shauna. You're the best host. And thank you all guys for tuning in. See you tomorrow.
You're super talented. This was fun. Yay.
Thank you so much. You're too kind.
All right. See you guys tomorrow.
See you. Bye-bye.